Hi guys, responding to Ash's video, I was originally going to spend some time looking up different political pop songs because pop music isn't exactly my strong suit, so I didn't have a lot to think of on my own. But when she mentioned something about the pop singers using Super Bowl as kind of a very large stage to present their own protests, political protests. It made me think of this year's Super Bowl, Lady Gaga and her singing of an old song called "This Land Is Your Land." I'd certainly heard it before. I didn't know the history of it, but I did know that it was used by Bernie Sanders in his campaign and figured that it must have some kind of political message. So I looked it up and it's pretty interesting. It was originally written in the early 1940s by Woody Guthrie, and it was a song specifically written in response to God Bless America. And if you get a chance to look up the original lyrics of the song, there's some fairly controversial ones, at least for that time, that sort of seem to say, yes, God blessed America, but maybe not for everybody the same way. And there are some people who America isn't necessarily designed for. So that thought of inclusion, that message of inclusion, certainly would make sense for Lady Gaga, who was a vocal supporter of Hillary Clinton and detractor of President Trump. That was definitely a message that I could see her sharing. So it was also interesting to me because I'm not sure if you call that song a pop song, but it was fairly popular in that it was recorded by several larger groups, big name groups in the 1960s as an obvious political song or political protest song. And what was interesting is the book mentioned in the beginning of the chapter that a lot of pop songs aren't they're not necessarily intellectual, they're more emotional, which could be both, but also that pop songs don't always stand the test of time. And this one dates back 70 some years, and it's still being used by some of the biggest names in the music world to make a very particular point. So I thought it fit in well with this chapter, and was an interesting train of thought after I heard Asha's mention of Super Bowl protest songs. But anyway, thank you.